Okay, and welcome to the dating game, Single Blerds edition. Tonight we have Jazzmen, who is our eligible bachelorette, who is trying to find a virtual date from our Single Blerds group. So a little bit about Jazzmen. She is 25 from Wisconsin. Her personality type is intellectual and spiritual. She loves poetry, gaming, history, and photography. Her hobbies are writing and research. She has a BA in political science and she teaches. So, welcome, Jazzmen.
Welcome.
I am going to introduce our eligible bachelors. So, first we have Clark. Clark is 27 from South Florida and he went to FAMU.
Oh, okay.
All right, and next up we have Hokage. He is 29 from Missouri, and he hates tomatoes and ketchup, but he loves spaghetti and marinara sauce.
Okay.
So, all right, and our third one here is Devon, who is 26 from New York City, and he eats pizza upside down. And last, we have Jazz, who is 33 from...
His name is what?
Jazz.
Jazz? Oh, we're both Jazz.
He is 33 from Cordova, Tennessee. Loves to travel. He's been to 6 countries and 36 of the 50 states.
Wow.
On the bucket list is to step into all 50 states.
Oh, okay. That sounds interesting.
So those are your guys.
Okay.
And now I'm going to hand it over to you. Take it away, your questions, and just call on them and ask them whatever you want.
Okay, so we got Clark. Okay, so Clark. What are the names again?
Clark, Devon, Hokage. Hokage.
I see Clark's name. Hokage. Hokage? I don't want to pronounce nobody's name wrong.
And Jazz.
So Jazz, Devon, Hokage, and Clark. Okay. So, So my question for Clark, do you have any kids?
I have 0 kids.
0 kids. Okay. And then for who said they eat their pizza upside down?
Devon.
Devon, why do you eat your pizza upside down?
Well, I prefer, flavor first, because when we eat something, the first thing we do is taste it. So when you eat the pizza upside down, you taste all the toppings and the cheese first.
Okay.
And I've been eating it like that since I was a child. So yeah, that's what it is.
Okay. And then for Devon, what did you study in school?
Who was that question for?
Devon.
Throughout my brief tenure in college, I studied computer science.
You said who?
Computer science.
Computer science. Okay. And then for let's see. And then for I don't want to say your name wrong, sweetheart. So for Hokage, right?
Right.
Right. Okay. So what? I'm trying to I had a whole bunch of questions and I lost my track. So what what is the number one thing you look for when you're trying to date or for a relationship or friendship?
The number one thing I look for, it's pretty cliche, but it's definitely communication. It just makes everything flow smoother.
Okay.
It makes everything just a little bit better, and that's one less hurdle to jump over.
Okay. Okay. And then for my question for Devon, like if you happen to like someone or if you have feelings for someone from that's like long distance, would you be willing to relocate to be with them, or would you like try to have a middle ground where maybe possibility that person comes to you?
Um, I mean, I would have that discussion first, and then I would probably like, depending on how strong the relationship is, I have no problem, going to them, provided I, found something out there that like works for me, so that I can make the transition more smoothly.
Okay. Okay. And then for Jazz, so my question to you would be like, where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Hopefully married, homeowner,
Homeowner.
maybe a
Okay.
kid. It depends.
Okay. And then like where's your location again? I'm sorry.
I'm right outside of Memphis, Tennessee.
Of who?
Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis. Okay. So I've never been to Memphis. And like, are you into long distance or like would you mind like relocating if you were interested in
Uh,
someone?
I think I think relocation. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. Like I can have a defined answer. I feel like
Okay.
it should be discussed, like when y'all together. And I'm not saying somebody's career should take precedence over the other person's career, but it definitely should be considered, like when you think about stuff like that, with like
Okay.
earning potential and things like that, and what the other person does.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Hmm. So then, um, let's see. So so my question for so we got Devon, we got Okaye, we got Jazz, we got who's our fourth person?
Clark.
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 Okay, Clark. Okay, so it's a lot of names to remember. I'm sorry. So for Clark, um, what would you say is your number one interest as far as like hobby wise? Like what do you do when you're not working or when you're not like at school or something like that?
Number one interest. I will say my number one interest would probably be more so not because it's like oh so fun. It's like I kind of try to stay in shape and stuff. So I take like my health seriously. But I say hobby wise, I really enjoy doing music. Um,
Okay.
I just like doing that. I like surrounding myself with really creative people, whether it's music or things like that. And just going back and forth and sharing our creativity. That's just something that I always really like. I can always see myself just sharing the creative side and the like the ambition and stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay. And then for Jazz, is there do you have like a problem with like do you have anything against dating bigger women?
No.
Okay. And then my same question for everybody will be the same. Like if you guys have like a physical preference for a woman.
Well, I guess this is the Hokage speaking. I like bigger women personally. It's kind of my who I tend to date the most, and yeah, it's just kind of my preference.
Okay.
I'm more so whatever you wear, skinny, big, medium, whatever it is. I like it when you wear it well. You know what I'm saying? If I'm attracted to you, I'm attracted to you. That's how I look
Mhm.
at it. You know what I'm saying? I think not everyone's shaped the same. Not everyone has full control of that. But at least I respect when people put effort in just maintaining their best self, whether physically and mentally. You know what I'm saying? And so I look at it as a whole. And if you wear it well, then that's a plus for me. You know?
Okay. That's a good answer. So let's see. All right, so I have a good question. Are like for you guys, are any of you guys into politics?
I'm not heavy into politics, but I
Okay.
do like pay attention to like what's going on.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I can't say I'm not into it, but it's always a good discussion point, you know, just to talk about, because at the end of the day, it affects all of us. So it's always good to talk about. But in terms of that's like the end all be all and stuff, it's not like that for me. But I do think it's really important. It's really interesting to talk about, just to see people's perspective on like what they value, you know.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not heavy into politics, but like everybody else said, I do pay attention to what's going on, especially the events that's currently happening, and I have no problem speaking out against such issues that don't benefit like our people and whatnot.
Okay.
Uh, for me personally, I've been getting more into it, but right now it's kind of on the same level as everybody else. I vote in all my elections, on my local elections, but I keep up on the current events. I keep up on my local officials, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. Yeah, I asked that because I went to school for. I mean, of course, like poli sci doesn't just focus on politics as a social atmosphere, but I do really like pay attention to current events and things like that. Um, so for okay, Hokage, am I saying it right?
Yes.
Okay, I want to make sure because I know it's disrespectful to say people's name wrong. What are your dislikes?
As far as relationships are concerned, or
Like
just
relationship
that,
wise, like what would turn you off from someone?
um, what would turn me off is the main thing is the terrible communication skills. I like talking. Um, I like learning about people, and I like being able to carry a conversation with both people's input. And I think right now, what my main turnoff is that someone who can't, just hold a normal conversation. Second turnoff will probably be um, probably close-minded individuals. I like people who have, I guess, just different point of views and are able to accept different point of views and different topics on different situations.
Okay, and then so my question for Jazz, um, what would you say is what's the most important thing for you in a relationship or when you're dating someone? Like, what's the most important thing to you that keeps it going?
Uh, Communication, number one.
Okay.
After that, I would say like community, like togetherness. Make sure y'all on the same page. Gold digging and things like that.
Okay. And then for Devin, um, what was what would make you fall out of love with somebody?
If I see that they are being dishonest with me, because to me, other than communication, honesty is really like one of my number one things in a relationship. And to me, you can't really build that relationship without a solid and honest foundation. So if I
Mm-hmm.
feel like, you're not being honest with me, then, that's gonna make me, kind of fall back from you a little bit.
Okay. And then for Clark, um what hmm. So for Clark, what was your longest relationship?
My longest uh official relationship was probably about 3 years, 3.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then for Clark again, like, are you into like are you into marriage, or are you one of those people that don't believe in marriage, or just feel it's just something that's like not necessary? Like, what are your beliefs on like marriage?
No, I am into marriage. I think it's a beautiful thing. I am pretty cautious about how people take it because it's sort of glamorize it. They kind of see it more than it's just a decision. I think it's a huge life-changing decision, and it's gonna take a lot of trust and love, and really, it's more than just a decision on how I feel. You know what I'm saying? You're
Hmm.
you're really partnering up in life with somebody else, and it's a lot bigger than what people are making it. And so I think it's something that it is beautiful, and we've seen a lot of good examples of it. But we also seen examples of people who kind of hopped into it, and because of pressure, societal pressure, everybody wanted to do it before they hit 30. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I don't want to go that way if I ever get married because I truly want to. And yeah.
Okay. Okay. So back to Okage. How do you feel about religion? Are you a religious person? Are you non-denominational? What is your like spiritual or religious beliefs?
Um, I'm non-denominational.
Okay.
I do go to church every Sunday, I guess, for what that counts, I guess.
Okay.
But I'm actively, I guess, uh still kind of researching everything else. Like my main beliefs are Christianity, but I do, kind of dibble and dabble and learn about, you know, everything, I guess, as far as other religions, spirituality, chakras, things like that, energy. And, just kind of seeing where things go.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Um, let's see. All right. So for Jazz, is that your real name?
Oh no, no, no,
No, it's not.
no.
Okay, because I was going to be like, we both can't be Jazz. Wait.
It's my nickname.
Okay. Okay. So for Jazz, um, let's see. A good question for you. Um, I literally had all my questions written down. I forgot about them. So my question to you would be pretty much like, what's your viewpoint? Well, for everybody, really, what is you guys' viewpoint? Well, besides Okage, because I just asked him. But what are your guys' viewpoint on like religion and like spirituality? So,
Um, I wouldn't say I subscribe to any religion per se. I am a spiritual person. I do believe in a higher power, but I'm definitely like not Christian.
okay. Okay.
Um, I am a Christian, and I go to church every Sunday. Well, obviously before the pandemic happened, I'm very active in my church, and I'm also a very spiritual person, and I also try to dabble and do a little research on other religions and see how they tie into my own. And honestly, like I can honestly say that being in church has kept me kind of grounded in life and has um, been a good thing for me. You know, uh, I sing and a proud usher, but yeah, that's really about it.
Okay. Let me see. I gotta grab my headphones because I'm having trouble hearing. Okay. So, a question for everybody. Would you guys want, it was a funny question too, I saw. Um, would you guys want a penny that doubles every day for 30 days? Or would you want $10,000 upfront?
The penny that doubles every day for 30 days.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, penny.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's easy right there.
Okay.
Um, I'm not good at math, so I'm gonna still take that 10K personally.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
can,
gonna take that 10, and
I
I'm
can
gonna
budget
be
myself
cool
better.
right there.
Okay.
Yeah, I could
Yeah.
definitely budget myself better with 10K.
Okay. Okay. So we like split on that. Um, I'm trying to ask fun questions. I don't want to
So,
be. It's not like I'm a interviewer, you know.
What
So
would you pick?
the penny it's over 5 million after 30 days. Throw that out
I would,
Well,
I
shit,
would
I'm out of a
go.
lot of money then.
I
there.
would go with the penny because I feel like if someone just gave me like $10,000 up front, I feel like I would just be like impulsively buying stuff. So I wouldn't want that money like right away. Like I would want to build up first, so that way I don't have like the tendency to just like go spend it all or something. Um, but I would do the penny, like of what we get. So
Smart.
yeah. But, so is and so I just want to ask the same question for everybody. So is like credit important to you guys? Like how do you guys feel about credit? Is credit one of those things that is important when you're in a relationship with somebody?
uh, I think. Uh,
Hello?
All right.
okay,
As you were talking,
I'm sorry. I know. Yeah, he had to mute it. Okay, so
My
credit is
bad, my bad.
no, you good, bro. You know you are. Credit is a necessity in life. Like I don't care what nobody said, and I think yes, whoever that you choose to like spend the rest of your life with, that's a conversation y'all should have. And like, because somebody with shitty credit can destroy like anything you're trying to do in life. Buying a house,
Mm,
car, it doesn't matter. Like they can drag you down like really far.
okay. Okay.
For me, I mean, of course, credit's amazing. I think that's something that yeah, I'm on the phone. You good, bro? um, but yeah, credit is definitely something that we need, and definitely something that I'm very proud of. Definitely something that I've learned great from my family anyway. So I kind of had a good starting point, which I know a lot
Mhm.
of people aren't blessed with that opportunity. So
Okay.
I just try to keep mine as high as possible.
Yeah, I wasn't really blessed with the opportunity to learn about credit, and I had a really bad economics teacher in high school. But I'm like trying to learn about credit, and I know that credit is a necessity in this world. And for
Mhm.
most things, you cannot do anything without having a good credit score. So that should be definitely be something that should be taken into consideration when
Mm-hmm.
thinking about a relationship. Much more, if you want to talk about getting married to somebody.
I mean, I agree with what they said. It's something I kind of looked into and studied a little bit. Yeah, I mean, if you plan on getting a car, getting a house, any of that stuff, you're gonna need to worry about credit. It's gonna affect you. It can affect you for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not on top of it. Uh, so yeah, they kind of brushed along it pretty well. So yeah,
Okay.
it's important.
Okay. All right. That's true. That's very true. Um, let's see. Another question I have. Um, so for uh for Clark, how many siblings do you have? Are you big on family?
It's two questions. All right, I got I got four siblings, two younger brothers, two older sisters. So I'm in the middle, and am I big on family? Of course. I think even with now, like me and my siblings, we're all very close. Like we're each other's best friends, and
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to implement that. And I want to implement like a lot of the things my parents did, the good and the bad, and then take the wisdom I learned from just experiencing having parents and go into the family I make in the future. To make the best family I can. I want to sort of create like an empire of just really loving, powerful people individually. Um, yeah, so it's really huge to me. But
Mm-hmm.
before I do all that, I want to make sure I'm good before I dive into that because a lot of people they kind of dive into that, without fixing themselves, getting themselves on point before they dive into that. I want to make sure I start an empire, and then I develop a family after that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Um, Devin, two questions. If you were trying to have kids and your partner was struggling to have kids, would you still stay with them if they couldn't have kids at all?
Yeah, I would still stay with them. As somebody that's adopted myself, adoption would definitely be an option if she's like struggling or if either of us are unable to, have kids for whatever medical reason.
Okay. And then, so Hokage, what, um, what type of music do you enjoy?
I enjoy probably the typical like rap R&B. Um, Not necessarily the trap music, even though there is a time and a place for that. I mean, if I'm working out, some trap music, let's kick it.
Right.
Or are we going out Friday night, whatever, let's get it. But normally, I'm kind of more of the J. Cole, Kendrick. I also love beat tapes, so literally just listen to the production. Jazz is amazing as well. I'm into a lot of newer R&B as far as like her, Sir, um, and I just kind of got distracted. But yeah, her, Sir, McClenny's, people like that. So yeah.
Okay. And then, let's see. So, guys, who do you think? What do you think is the best decade for hip hop?
For hip hop,
Yeah.
man. Uh, so I don't know, man.
Uh
I think
oh.
that's a hard question though, because there's so many like good artists that came out. I mean, if you want to be like technical, you can say like the late '90s, early 2000s, really, like when Nas and
Okay.
Jay was like flourishing. But like, it's definitely like other artists that come after them that deserve a mention too. So
Okay.
it's a really hard question.
Okay. That's good. Um, that's really good. I like that answer. So for question for everybody, how would you feel if you were in a relationship with somebody, and then you found out that their past was very like promiscuous.
For me
I know.
personally,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
you want me to go or you want to go? You can go.
No, you got it, bro. Go for it.
All right, cool. No bad. Me personally, I can't judge anybody for stuff they did in their past because I feel like my past is kind of spotty itself. So, I mean, I'm willing to accept people's past and who they are because I want somebody to accept my past and for who I am. So,
And I basically mirror his statement. Like, I don't like somebody's past is their past. Like, you shouldn't judge people for it unless it's like, I guess, like some super racist stuff. I guess, but like other than that, like promiscuous, being promiscuous is like not a thing.
Mm.
Yeah, I have the same sentiments. The past is in the past, which is where it should stay. You know, there's really no room to judge anybody for their past because everybody has one, no matter good or bad. So it really wouldn't matter to me,
Okay.
if she had a promiscuous past or not.
Personally for me, it's hard for me to paint it with a broad brush. Like it depends. It depends. It really depends. Like how do they go about it? You know what I'm saying? Were they going about it smart? Was it like I don't know. I don't know. I mean, huh. It really depends. It's not something I'd brought. Like if I really like the person, I understand like it was just a time of life, but they weren't really going about it stupid. You know what I'm saying? I probably wouldn't mind. But if they're because usually I kind of look at like the whole character assessment. Like if I see that they just weren't they just weren't a smart person and or like overall in their life in different areas, not just in like sexual stuff, they're just not good decision makers. Then I'm probably gonna be like, no, like it's not cool. But if it was just a time of their life and they happen to have slept with a lot of people, then I probably wouldn't mind, especially if I like them,
Okay.
If that answers that question, but yeah.
Oh yeah, answer very well, very very well. Okay, so for a question for everybody, so for kids wise, how would you feel if you had a son or daughter and they told you that they struggle with gender dysphoria or they want to be the opposite sex? How would you guys feel about that? Like if they came out to you regarding their sexuality?
I would be supportive. Like that. Like that's not an issue for me. So. Like,
For everybody?
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Oh, for if like I had a kid that was dealing with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a deep question. Well, first thing first, I'll never hate my kid. Like I'll never hate my kid. You know what I'm saying? Because some people would kind of just disown them, but I kind of would educate them on some things that I believe in. You know what I'm saying? But you know how like some parents like literally they'll take their 6-year-old, start giving them hormones, start putting them through it. I'm not really about that so much. I say like when they're an adult, they can control their own life. They can do what they want, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be the one to sit there and try to bio, biolo- what- biologically change somebody, especially a child who's still trying to develop. And I've seen a lot of that. I'm not really about that. But you know, when there's their time to be able to afford to do what they want with their own bodies, I can't necessarily hate my kid. I can't. Some people can do that. I can't. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would support my child no matter what, because as a parent, the one thing that you should do is love your child unconditionally, no matter what the decision that they want to make. But as I stated before, I would definitely try to like sit down and have a conversation with them, about what they really want to do and just give them some information and whatnot. I'm not gonna necessarily like try to push them into that path, but I'll wait until they get older, to let them decide what they want to do for themselves.
Okay.
and for me, I mean, I love my son. I have a son. who's 10.
Oh.
So regardless of what decision she makes in life, that's not going to change. So yeah.
Okay. So what's the next question? Okay, so how would you guys feel if your wife and your mother did not get along with each other? How would you feel
I
about that?
mean, my wife comes first. It's not like that's not how your marriage goes. I mean, your wife and your mom don't get along. It is what it is because my wife is who I'm with, not my mom. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not even a question. If she don't like my lady, that's her fault. I'm pretty good assessment of character myself, you know. I probably would ask her like, "Why don't you like her?" You know, and hear her out and some stuff. But then, you know, if I conclude that if she's my wife, obviously I got to the point I could trust her, so she could just like her all she want. You know what I mean? Like that's okay. You know, I can't expect everybody to like me or who I choose to be with. You know.
Yeah, I mean, like my mom is not, alive or anything like that, but I'm pretty
Oh.
sure if there was an issue between her and my wife, I would definitely sit down, have that talk with her, because I know that she would trust me in my judgment, But again, like everybody else said, my wife comes first, because
Mm-hmm.
you know it's her that I'm gonna be with for the rest of my life.
Oh, okay, that's good. Okay, so because I just want to get a general consensus of everybody. So, thought it was probably too much to just go by name and ask specific questions. So, how would you guys go about how would you tell your wife if that she can't cook? How would you tell her that she can't cook?
Oh
I'm
my
gonna keep
God.
it.
Like how
I'm be
Man,
like,
this
look,
is not.
look.
That's not tough. That's not a tough
I'm gonna be
conversation
like,
to have.
I'm gonna be like, baby, look, you got those strong points,
That ain't a tough.
but cooking is not one of them.
Yeah,
hmm
like just let her know, hey, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna
Yeah,
have to learn
like,
together because this ain't it kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, but
like
I would.
if I start ordering all them Hello Fresh meals, like, come on.
Yeah, but I
She'll
would
catch
definitely
on
take the.
every
I
time
would
she after
definitely
dinner.
take the time to teach her to cook, though.
Hopefully
You
she
know.
catch on every time, you know, it's for dinner. Like I always get takeout, she just catch on. Like, oh, I'm
I
telling you, the
mean,
lady gonna be smart. She gonna
I
get the
mean, Jesus. For me personally, I'd probably be like, you know what, babe, how about we cook together? Because,
okay.
I just ain't gonna let, her go down. Like, I'll let her know, be like, you know what, I feel like you may have left, the eggs on a little too long. They're not supposed to be black. But I'll let her know in a nice way, and hopefully that either we can cook together, we can do cooking classes together, and then hopefully, step things up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's definitely a conversation that needs to be had because if you don't address that, and then there's a situation comes where she got to cook for when there's a gathering at the house and they don't like her food and they say something to her and you don't like now you got to answer to that. And so I just feel like you gotta that's something that you gotta nip in the bud. But then at the same time, it's like, hey, baby, like they said, cooking ain't your strong point, but I'll be willing to help you, learn how to cook, or we can both take cooking classes together, so we can, improve that aspect, so you won't kill nobody.
Okay. All right. So, for everybody, do you
yeah,
guys
they're
think?
dying.
Do you guys think the husband is supposed to be served his plate before the kids? Or you think
And
he's supposed to eat
that's
first?
Oh my.
That's like some old like 1960s thinking.
Yeah, but
Can't
people still have
do
this debate.
I don't
People
know.
still
No,
argue about that.
I don't know nobody that do that. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie
That's
to
them
you.
hotep niggas. But
Yeah, like I
pretty
don't know.
funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like who cares about who eats first? Like the kids eat,
Hotep
I
niggas.
eat. Like so long as we eat, long as everybody eats,
Nah,
like
like
what do
I
we got?
understand the move. It's honorable, I guess. I can see the move. Like she respects him. The king thing. I can see that. That's cool. But am I gonna enforce it? Nah, it's kind of lame. But I see. I get the move. It's respectable, whatever. But I ain't gonna force that. No.
Okay.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I know I'm gonna eat, so it really doesn't matter to me if the kids ate before I do. It's like I said, it's people that just want to live in that old traditional relationship kind of thing,
Hmm.
and in some relationships, there's not room for that.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing. I mean, I don't really care personally. I've had it both ways, to be honest. I've had it to where I ate first, and I had it to where I didn't eat first. Either way, it didn't really bother me. I mean, it's a nice gesture, though. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't bother me when like it didn't happen. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Like it is what it is.
Okay. So, who's from South? What the? I'm sorry. I heard a gunshot, so I got like, oh man. Whew, okay. Oh, I can't wait to move about this state. Um, who's from South Florida again?
That's me.
Okay, Clark. So what can you say is the what makes like okay, so what can you say is the best thing about South Florida?
Um, that's a good question. Okay, let's see. I guess you can. It's so stereotypical, but I guess the weather. But I can't even say that. Could be hot as hell, like 90% of the year.
Mm,
I do like the camaraderie and like the community, like people who know each other and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. Um, I don't really have a great opinion of Florida, so I'm not the best person to.
aw.
I guess I could say, yeah, probably it's really cool. Like if you rolling in money, it's the best place to be in. But if you're a dude on a come up, you're trying to make it and stuff like that. It's a grind. It's tough in Florida. It really is. People act like it's all that gray. It's hood as hell in Florida. You gotta know your way around out here. You gotta make the right
Okay.
choices out here. But it's I could say yeah, weather,
Okay. Weather.
yeah.
Um, and then who's from Missouri?
That's me.
Okay. So for in which city?
Kansas City.
Kansas City. Okay, so what's the difference between Kansas City and St. Louis? And do you like living in Missouri? Like what can you say is the best thing about Missouri?
Um, difference between KC and St. Louis. It's about 4 hours apart. We're on like opposite ends of the state.
Okay.
Um, St. Louis is, I guess, known more for their baseball teams. They're, closer to Illinois, things like that, higher crime rate. Kansas City,
Hmm.
on the other hand, um, Kansas City, on the other hand, honestly, it's a really nice city. Like, we're known for great barbecue. We just won the Super Bowl, so Super Bowl champs. Like, it's everybody's very homely and very nice. Like, you can, like when I go to other cities and I go to, let's say, like a Chicago or something like that, and I'm driving, like it's a whole different attitude. Like it's every man for themselves. Like, you got to fight people to get parking spots, things like that. Kansas City, everybody's pretty nice, letting you in
Oh,
front of
that's
them in
good.
traffic, things like that. You can stop and ask anybody for directions. Um, yeah, Kansas City is just a very nice place. It's a good place to raise a family. It's not too expensive too. That's a good thing. So you can live comfortably. Um, by yourself on a decent salary. To be honest with you, you don't have to make, a lot of money. But you don't have to be, I guess, super broke either. But yeah, rent here is not outrageous. I had a
Okay.
4-bedroom house for like $1,000 a month.
Oh, that's decent.
Yeah, and a 4-bed, 2-bath with a garage, 2-car garage, and yeah, it's not too bad here. I like it.
That's good. Okay, so who's from NYC?
That would be me.
Okay, so Devin, how would you feel if I told you deep dish Chicago pizza is better than New York City pizza? How would you feel about that? Huh?
Oh boy. Trying to start me up, I see. Um, I would definitely argue that New York City pizza is better than deep dish pizza, or as I like to call it, you know, lasagna or pizza cake.
Ooh,
That's really what it
ooh, no way! You just said that. That's rude. Mm, that is so rude. I'm hurt. I'm sorry. My cat is like bothering me. So that's my cat Turtle, and he's like being emotional right now. And so, and so, Jazz, where are you from?
Let's just say Memphis, Tennessee for reference, because I'm really
Okay,
close.
okay, so you're from Memphis. Um,
Mhm.
what? Okay, so I've heard a lot about Memphis. How do you feel about Memphis? Like, what is Memphis? What's the best part about Memphis to you?
Um, we
Like,
got a
is
lot of
it
history.
dangerous? Like people say,
So,
like,
okay. Every city gonna have dangerous areas, right? Like the whole
mm,
city is not like Iraq, right? So it's it's places in every city you don't go, right? So you know the places that not to go in your city. But Memphis is wonderful. Memphis has a lot of history. We have great food. We have great music. Let's see, National Civil Rights Museum. Graceland for Elvis, if that's the type of thing you like. We got
mm-hmm.
great barbecue, home of the blues. We also home of the oldest Black African American neighborhood in Memphis. We were the first one on West Mountain, Tennessee.
Oh, that's
Google
what's
it.
up.
Uh, Downtown is nice. The people are friendly. I mean, it depends where you're at, but I say come visit and then judge for
Okay.
yourself and don't let first 48 like screw your opinion or
Okay.
whatever.
Oh no, it's fine. No, I just got a couple friends down there. Be like, girl, it's crazy. So I've never been there. But hopefully one day I get to visit. So what is the ideal date? So everybody, this question for everybody. What is your ideal first date?
Well, guess I'll just go ahead and throw it out there. Um, Honestly, an ideal first date for me will probably be like something simple. I really just want to learn that person. So
Mhm.
whether we go get ice cream, walking in the park, having some nice views, um, listen to music. I really love music. So if we could like sit down somewhere, listen to music, talk, and really just get to know each other. Nothing too outlandish. Of course, I would pay. I guess for first pay, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say maybe like go to dinner, talk. I really want to like get the vibe for the person I'm with. So I would like take them to dinner, then afterwards like go out to get some drinks or something and just like
Okay.
talk and see how we mesh.
Man, let's see. I'm really good at first dates. I would say that. It really is.
Oh,
You gotta read the room. Like it depends what kind of person they are. If you they come off as more of an adventurous type, I maybe go off like, hey, let's go hit like a trail or something like that. Or if they're like a foodie, yes, food is a like obviously taking them to a restaurant. That's an easy go to. But like try to be like creative. You could one cook for them. You could do like a picnic or something like that. I mean, you just gotta think outside of the box. Like, it really just really matter of seeing what their interests are and yeah, being creative. So it's really any of those choices that other dudes mentioned, but you know, I kind of add a little, you know what I'm saying, pizzazz to it. Is that still a cool word? Pizzazz?
Yeah, pizzazz.
Cool, pizzazz. That ain't cool, but
Uh,
it's cool now. I said it. It's cool. I'll make it cool. But yeah,
My ideal first date, since it will be the date when you're getting to know the person, just I agree with everybody when they said take them somewhere simple, like somewhere to eat, or take them to the park. Take a nice walk through, like, and enjoy nature and outdoors, and maybe have a nice dinner, or maybe have a nice picnic or whatnot. Just have a nice conversation, get to know the person, and make sure, not really make sure, but and hope that you get that second date. You know,
this where these people messed up. You can't hope there's a second date. You should know there's a second date. See, that's how these people mess up.
Oh, okay.
These people.
Ain't nothing guaranteed.
These people.
These people. Oh my goodness. Okay. So another question for everybody. When trying like a new product, like are you guys into gaming at all? Are you guys into gaming? Mm-hmm.
I'm a PC gamer. I don't know the Xbox.
Yeah. I just got back into gaming. I got right now. Got my Switch. So that's all I'm messing with at the moment.
For me, I've just kind of got back into gaming during the COVID.
Okay.
So I have an Xbox. My son has a Switch. I mean, we kind of switch off. We play each other. But yeah, I've kind of got back into it. Normally I do phone gaming, mobile gaming, to be honest with you. I know that's the one gaming everybody hates the most, but
What? Not me.
but it keeps my attention.
Kind of lame because I used to like crazy when I was younger. I just stopped once I realized I couldn't catch up with all the video games that coming out. The only games that I really do like, damn, what's going on? It's not funny, Shaggy. But
my bad, y'all. I'm about to take my doorbell, so I gotta step out real quick.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm not really into games like I used to. I would like to. People talk about it all the time. Maybe in the future, I don't know, but not right now.
Okay, okay, Devin left. So for Clark, Hokage, and Jazz, how would you feel? And this is just a stupid, funny question. Okay, how would you feel if? Don't mind me. Okay, how would you guys feel if you guys found your wife's dirty panties just in the middle of the bedroom floor and it has stains? Like, what would y'all do?
Hold on, time out. You mean like shit stains? Like what kind of stains? Hold on.
You get inflamed. First of all,
like shit, like boo boo stains.
First of all, I'm gonna frame it. I'm gonna frame it and probably like give it to her for her birthday, just as a reminder that nobody's perfect.
I'm gonna put it in her car.
I mean, I'd probably be an asshole at first, so I'd probably like wait until we get ready to go to bed, and I'd probably like lay it right next to her pillow. But realistically, I'd probably just wash them if we was taking turns on washing them. But I definitely would talk my shit first.
Just to keep her humble, I just send her a picture of it every time she makes me mad.
Yo, I'm gonna be like, yo.
You had a lot to say on Sunday.
Oh my god, yo.
Like, you need some help?
Oh, you can use it
like
blackmail her a little bit.
I got some depends, so you could depend on.
I don't know what she's doing leaving in the middle of the room. First of all, you just gave me ammunition. Like you getting, that's the rest of your life right there. I gotta hold that against you.
Okay. What if it had like green stains?
Green thing.
Great. What?
Jesus.
First of all, my answer to that is the same thing. It's the same answer, but I'll probably ask her if she need to go to the hospital or something because I don't know if it should be green, but it's. I'm still taking a picture of it.
What she been eating? That's the real.
Oh, like are you having problems digesting your food, darling?
She had like a lot of guac.
So,
There's got to be
She had a
something
lot of
going
guac.
on in
She had a
there.
lot of. Now she just had a lot of guac, y'all. That's all.
did you have some spinach today
I don't know if guac
or
does that.
yesterday?
Guacamole there.
I don't know if
I
guac.
still talk my shit, but I'll wash them.
But it's definitely getting framed though.
All right. Okay. So your daughter asks you, can she take the car? And then she goes to her mom, and her mom said, yes, she can take the car. How would you guys feel about that?
Then I discuss it with her mom,
Okay.
and we're gonna have to come up with an answer together since she's gonna use
Is she gonna take her mom's car or is she gonna take my car?
She took your car.
Oh, that's a no. That's easy, no.
Nah, I think take her mom's car. She can't take my car.
It's a car y'all share
Yes to
together.
my car.
We go ahead and share a car.
Hold on a
I
second.
guarantee
She
you.
asking for my car, and then I say no. She goes to her mom.
And her mom said
Her
you can
mom
take
said,
his car.
She has no right.
What? No, not at all.
Oh, kind of nah.
Yeah, nah, she ain't taking the car.
I'll probably look
That's
at
pretty much
her
it.
mom and say nah. Oh,
Not half of that. But then I'd have a talk with my wife after and be like, yo,
we're gonna have to discuss that
what
one.
up?
All right, so we're gonna do one last question. So you gotta make it good, Jazzmen.
Okay.
One last question. If you want to ask individually one or just one for everybody, it's up to you. So make it really good.
Okay. I don't like favoritism though. For everybody, why do you think I should date you?
Well, I'll go ahead. No, you good. Go ahead, take it.
No, you got it, bro. Go ahead. I ain't want to.
You sure? All right, I'll go first. Why you should date me? I think that just from what I know about you, I think that we're a good match. Compatible. I would love to learn more about you though, but just from what I know, you kind of seem to have this bubbly personality. It's good. I think we would just mesh well together, and yeah, I'm just willing to learn more about you.
Who's next? Jazz?
Okay. All right, I got it. Let's see. Why you should date me? I'm established. I am a go-getter. I'm very goal-oriented, family-oriented. You seem like you are the same type of person by the questions you ask, so I think we could mesh well, but you never know.
Clark?
Oh, everybody went? Okay. Why you should date me? It's feel like a commercial. I gotta persuade you why you should date me. I feel like why not? You know what I'm saying? I think the way dating is now is really getting to know somebody, and I think for I'm pretty good, pretty open with people. I think I'm a pretty cool person overall. I'm always gonna try to be myself. I think I'm a pretty good adventurer. Very ambitious. I want someone who makes me better, but I want to make that person better too. You know what I'm saying? Sorry for the background noise.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, it's really just a trip, and I think I'm a good choice for a lot of people. I think I'm a pretty good catch personally. It sounds kind of big-headed, but it's I have to value myself. I've made the mistake of not valuing myself in the past, and that's cost me dearly. But if I value myself, whoever I end up dating, they won a lottery personally. But yeah, that's my answer.
So there we go with our final questions. And I'm going to pause the recording now. Okay. I'm going to stop the recording now. But don't leave, y'all.